Yo, what's up? It's your boy Currency 365. Hope you guys are doing well. Legends never die, they stay in our hearts. If you want to support us, click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also you can come down here and hit the join button under the video or in our channel section. And you can also join our Patreon, patreon.com/currency365. And we also have Cash App and also PayPal for support if you want to sow some seeds. Peace out. God bless. Enjoy the video and keep the movement going. Legends. Bye.
Very troubling revelation tonight around the wealth transfer. The majority of people are sitting there with lottery tickets and they're crying out to God saying, please make me rich. And it's made me realize why the wealth transfer hasn't happened to an even greater measure. I've had this revelation before, but this even adds to it. So God grants the request, makes people super rich, and then they do nothing in life. They have zero impact. They don't go build anything. They don't go do anything. The next step would be, thank you, God, for making us rich. But they probably complain that God hadn't made them rich enough because they couldn't buy a big enough yacht or something like that. And then they would start to cry out for God to rescue them now because, well, you know, are we aware of who we are? Are we aware of the God that we serve? Proverbs 13:11 talks about how wealth gotten quickly goes away, but wealth that comes from hard work increases. So it increases when there's hard work behind it because you've actually built skills that can compound, that can continue to generate more and more money. Whereas wealth that's gotten quickly, like through a lottery ticket or XRP or a currency that revalues or whatever, it doesn't take any skill. You just have to make the investment. The problem is that you have no skills then to take and increase the money. The parable of the talents, the master distributes the talents, and two of the three go and invest it, and the one guy goes and buries it in a field. And I understand people think like, oh, well, you know, I'm just going to have the best investment guy and whatever. Like, it's bigger than that. People need to catch this revelation. So catch this. You need to have an impact. You need to do something in life beyond being rich, beyond buying lottery tickets and praying to God that they go off to make you rich suddenly. This is why the wealth transfer hasn't happened yet. You're not doing what you need to do in order to get ready. There are no books that are being read. There's no sort of increase, like you're not helping yourself. You're crying out to God to rescue you, and yet you're not being faithful with your little. This goes back to the diligence, right? The hand of the diligent will be made rich, and he who is faithful with little will be faithful with much. What are you doing with what God gave you? Because 4 months ago, longer than that, 6 months ago, I was making $30 a month, and now I'm not making $30 a month. So what did I do? Well, I took action with what I had. I had a laptop, a camera, a mic, and a phone, and I just began to take action. And I put together a Patreon group, and I just continued to take action and continued to take action. And the transformations that people are having in their lives because of the actions that I've taken are incredible. I keep getting testimonies from people who have gone through one-on-one coaching with me, who have had this incredible transformation and change, and just so much has happened. But other people need to wake up, and they need to realize it's not enough to just be rich. You actually need to be equipped with the skills in order to function in the call that God has given you. Because he has. How do you know that? Because the Bible says, to whom much is given, much is required. Positions of authority, much is required. Giving lots of money, something is required. The rich man was told to sell everything he had and give it to the poor because he wasn't doing a good job of being rich. He had certain responsibilities that he wasn't fulfilling. And that's why he didn't want to give his money up. Money's bad. It's funny. It's like people want to be rich, but they think that wealth is bad at the same time. And then they're not sure how that's not congruent. So I would encourage you, start to ask God, how do you see me? What do I need to do to prepare for this? Who are the people that I need to connect with? God is rising up a whole bunch of really cool people. Myself, Kryptonite, some others that I believe are going to be coming on bigger stages here to help equip people, to help people heal, to help people get to the point where they're ready to be effective in their callings. And I think we have about 22 and a half months. Well, as of the date I'm recording this, it's February 19th as I record this. So we need to be very intentional, and we need to understand that God has a purpose for us, and we need to start acting like it. We need to stop sleepwalking through life and actually be intentional, in making ourselves better so that when the wealth comes, when the money comes, when all this stuff comes, it doesn't just go fleeting away, because we've actually gained skills and knowledge and understanding in how to take that money and increase it. So that we're no longer victims just hoping that the next lottery ticket goes. We've actually done something to help ourselves. Abraham Lincoln talked about God helps those who help themselves. I believe that to be true. Why? Faith without works is dead. Faith without the corresponding action is dead. So it might be a new business skill, or learning how to do a business, or how to have an online business, or learning how to use YouTube, or any of these things. And I'm going to develop some courses that I think are going to be helpful to people in order to make money and increase and even get started. But the thing is, you need to get started on this stuff now, not later. A lot of people are saying, well, when the RV happens, then I'll do it. Or when, this crypto goes off or that or whatever. And it's like, the process needs to start now. If you were going to become a pilot, but you didn't go to any training school, you have no clue how to fly an airplane. You're just going to figure it out, the first day of work, right? They wouldn't let you fly an airplane. We need to look at this as a profession that we're training for, right? He who is faithful with little will be faithful with much. So if you're not doing anything with what you already have, if you're not using the skills or any of the things that God's already given you, why is he going to give you increase? Because if he gives you increase, it's going to be fleeting, because you don't have it. Like there's nothing about increase in you, because you're in survival mode. You're hiding out, waiting for some sort of rescue. But if you actually go through the Bible, that's not how God works. He's looking for us to rise up, to take action so that he can work in concert with the actions that we're doing. He wants to work with us. He wants us to have participation. He helped David kill Goliath. He didn't go kill Goliath for him. So I'm urging you, take action to change your life so that you can actually be prepared when opportunity comes. And you need to start doing things now. You need to start acting as if you're rich. What does that rich person do? How do they think? That rich version of me, what do they do on a daily basis? What is their thought life? So what books are they reading? What kind of people are they interacting with? I have a group that meets on Thursday nights on Zoom to talk about this kind of stuff. And it's an increasing group. In the last 3-4 days, we've had 20 more people that have joined, and I changed the pricing. So it used to be $100 to get in, and I had some people ask, hey, we can't do the $100, but we want to be in. But we'll do the 100 as soon as we're able. That's amazing. I had a bunch of people message me and say thank you for making a way for me to be able to get in, because I couldn't do it at 100, but I can do the 25 or 50. I just want people in the group that are supposed to be here. So for as little as $25, you can get in, although the value of this is much higher than $25 a month. So please understand why I'm doing this. I'm not doing this because I don't value the calls. The calls are worth $25. Like $25 an hour is even not accurate. If I was to sell these calls, I'd be selling them for $500 a call. Because the value's there. The knowledge, the revelation that's coming out of these calls are there. Why? Because we're meeting with the intention of growing and getting better and having revelation released so that we all get better. so that we're all growing. Anyways, we're all wanting to grow and get better. So if you want to be around a community of people that are wanting to grow and get better, that are very committed to that are meeting pretty much every Thursday, not every Thursday, we take Christmas off and a few other times a year, but for the most part, Thursdays we're meeting. And there's also access to the replays of past calls. There's discounts on one-on-one coaching and group coaching. And once the wealth transfer happens, a community is going to be really important. Now, I'm not saying everyone who joins is going to be part of my community in the future. But I think there are some people that need to be there to be equipped so that they can start their own communities or go be part of other communities or something like that. So if any of this resonates and it's stirring with you, there's a link down below that will take you either to my Patreon or my website, depending on when you're watching this. And you can join my group there, get access, start watching the replays of past calls, and just really be positioned around people who are being intentional about being ready for this. Because some are being intentional and some are not. And I know there's people out there that long for a community like this. I have it. And it's growing and increasing, and it's only going to get better. So take action today. Join the group, and be on the Thursday call that's coming up this week. Because these calls are changing people's lives, and my group is absolutely going to be ready when opportunity comes.